She's a award-winning singer-songwriter who built her own label, Foster Child Records. She has had 3 successful official studio releases and has gained a passionate international fan base. People love her all over the world. She's shared stages with Melissa Etheridge, John Mayer, and just to name a few. And her music can be heard on MTV, The Hills, feature films like American Pie and Elena, Undone, and the theme song to the Emmy Award-winning web series, Venice The Series. And as if that's not enough, she's a gifted artist, writer, representative to the board of Nashville's Songwriters Association International, and she has a brand new EP. To say the least, she has been busy, but we tracked her down and she is here. Satin Lounge, please help me welcome indie recording artist Jen Foster.
Kia, I am so honored to be here. I'm just smiling so big right now. I love your energy.
I'm so happy to have you here.
And by the way, I need to hire you for my PR.
You know what?
You just made me sound pretty cool.
You are kind of cool, in my opinion. Absolutely. I before we slip into, the details of your brand new EP, can I just say this while I'm looking into your eyes? You are an amazing songwriter.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Incredible. In a climate where lyrics are kind of like, well, they're popping and they're sizzling and they're frankly fading out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I literally salivate for your creative lyrics. You are really gifted at it. It's like you've spent some time with it and you can feel that. Why is creative lyrics or songwriting so important to you?
First of all, I love the word salivate.
Not a bad word at all.
Well, I was an English major in college, and I actually went to Whittier College out here, about 18 miles
in
east
Los
of LA.
Angeles. Okay,
Yep. Nixon's alma mater.
Hey, homegirl, huh?
And I actually lived in Nixon's dorm room for half a semester. Don't tell anybody.
That's another day, another story.
That's another day. But, lyrics, words have always been real important to me. Mm-hmm. And telling stories with my songs and sharing from the heart what I've really been through in my life. Mm-hmm. And trying to tell it in a way that isn't just like a journal entry, because when I was younger, and when you're young, you're 15, 16, you're writing like for yourself, and you can be kind of self-indulgent. And I think part of the craft of songwriting is whittling away, it's like a piece of wood that you're whittling away, and you're trying to find out what's important and what do you want to say.
So you write and rewrite.
Oh, and it's funny. Some songs just sort of flow and come out real easy. Like there's a song I have called Amen on the Underdogs. It just flowed.
I love that.
And it all came out in about 30 minutes.
Didn't you win some gospel award or writing award for that one?
Yeah, I think it was a USA songwriting competition. This is a few years ago. But yeah, that one, a gospel award. I was kind of like, wow.
Well, amen.
That's awesome. Amen. And so, there's been a few others like that. Like there's a song called Secondhand Love that just flowed, and within a couple hours I was done. Just really inspired moments. And then there's other songs that you kind of have an idea of what you want to say, but you have to think it out a little more. So they're a little harder to come by. But
so being an English major, that kind of, did it contribute to being able to do these things metaphorically? I mean, you're just so crafty.
Well, English major, you kind of learn. I always was taught, even in high school, everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Right.
And you want to tell a story not just for yourself, but so that everybody else can kind of go, and it's understandable, it's relatable. And there's a craft to that I love. And that's what I love about living in Nashville is it ups your game with songwriting.
There's a lot of incredible songwriting in Nashville. How did you become this representative of the board of National Songwriters Association?
Well, I met Bart Herbison, who is the head of NSAI and kind of directs everything over there. And he and I just hit it off as people. He saw that there was a need for an artist-writer rep over there. They have a lot of just strictly songwriters that are just hardcore, incredible people like Rivers Rutherford and Byron Hill, people that have lots of number one country hits. And I was a little intimidated because, he's like, well, we need somebody that's out there touring, that's doing it, grassroots style, and that needs to be represented on our board. He asked me to do it, and I was like, well, yes, I would love to. And they did a vote. Of course, I had to be voted in. He threw my name in the hat, and he sold it a little bit to them, and they let me in. So, and it's been incredible. I mean, NSAI runs the Bluebird, which is a premier venue out of Nashville. It's actually going to be the center of there's a new series that's happening called Nashiville. And I think it's going to be a pretty big deal. And that's centered out of the Bluebird. So it's really neat how all this stuff's coming together now. It really is.
It is really amazing to watch you blossom and bloom and be exposed to so many different genres and so many different cultural backgrounds and sexual orientations. I mean, it really,
I'm doing it all, Kia.
I'm telling you, music is a universal language, and the way you write is a story that anyone can relate to. And again, I just can't say enough about the way you write. I just love it so much.
I love being here. I mean, this, just what I've learned about the Satin Lounge here, sitting here with you before we started the interview, is like, what a cool thing that you're doing here.
Thank you.
Being a voice, we need more voices in the community that speak out and that set an example that it's okay to be yourself and to be out. And that's part of what I, value, and I love that you value it too, and that you're trying to make it a little easier for other people.
Wow. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me. Matter of fact, since you brought up this journey of authenticity, when was it that you decided that you were going to be completely transparent creatively, and were you afraid or intimidated to even do that, just to be I don't want to coin it an out artist, but what was your journey with that?
It had its moments of struggle. I think inherently I always wanted to just be myself. I'm not a good liar.
Right.
Not to say I haven't tried at times, but I'm just not good at it, and it doesn't feel right to me. So there were times when I was advised by people around me, hey, don't talk about that.
Same.
Or, you don't want to pigeonhole yourself and all those things, right? You too.
Yes.
And I just had to remember that being authentic is really, I think, it's important. It's what inspires me. It's what inspires other people. And I just can't do anything but. So I just sort of go with my heart. I try not to be, preachy or, I don't care who you are. If you're preachy, it's kind of off-putting sometimes to people. And it's just never been my approach. I just feel like be yourself, do your thing. If it comes up, be honest about it. And be open about who you are, and you don't have to be angry about it. You come at it from a place of love.
Yeah.
And I think that can change. That changes people's point of view more than anything. When you're just being yourself and you're loving and you're open and a good person.
When you're just being yourself. Listen, let me just tell you that.